these players, and you should, of course, take note of them. My name is Abstract, and I will be your caster for today. And first things first, we will be taking a look at game number 1, which is going to be a semi-finals best of 3 series between Alphette versus Imperius. So we'll be going into the game real soon. But before that, I would like to give a huge shout out and a big thanks to all of the sponsors out there, and namely Dreamcore, Super Solid, Creative, as well as Overdrive. Now we'll be streaming on Facebook. We'll be streaming most importantly on Yahoo TV as well as Dreamcraft. And all of this competition, all these is organized and of course supported by E-Project. For those people who do not know what E-Project is, it basically is the esports project that, well, is endorsed and of course helped by Moonton. So with that all said and done, we should be going into game number 1 real soon. Alphette will be putting themselves in the blue side, and Imperius will be putting themselves in the red side, if I am not wrong. But besides that, in terms of prize pool and what these players are looking at, is basically third place. They will be able to bring back home $100, followed by diamonds. So second place with $200 with diamonds, and of course first place is what everyone is gunning out for. It's going to be $400 and diamonds as well. So everyone will be fighting for the top of the mountain, and hopefully, well, we will be able to see a grand victory with, you know, a full series turnout, because best of 3 lineup coming in for the 2 semi-finals, best of 3 lineup for the bronze match, as well as a best of 5 for the grand finals. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a full series coming out for all of these games, because understandably yesterday we have almost a full series, or rather a full series for most of the other games. So when all of these teams pit together closer and closer to the peak of that mountain, I'm pretty sure that games are going to be extremely tough and extremely close. So without further ado, we'll be waiting for some more time. So give us a moment and we will go back. We'll go into the game real soon. So it's 1 PM now for those people who just woke up groggy and all the stuff. So hopefully these games will be able to wake you up, and I will be able to provide you guys with a good amount of commentary and hype the games up. For those people who just came on, this is game number 1, so you have yet to miss anything, and literally anything at all, between Alphette versus Imperius, best of 3. So what I'm pretty much expecting from this game is nothing out of the ordinary. Most of the stuff will be translated from Clash of Champions that was held, I believe, last week. So most of the meta is going to be played by from that event, due to the fact that Faramis was available, Granger was available as well. But I would actually like to see Granger being played out in this tournament, because Granger was not picked in Clash of Champions. Maybe we'll be able to see these female gamers, you know, change things up a little bit, go for a little bit of unorthodox picks, and, you know, surprise the audience just here and there. So Granger might not be in, but I would really like to see that. Lunox, I believe that Lunox will be a really good play for most of the teams. But well, I'll go up with more of the analysis in a while later. But in the meantime, we'll join back into the stream with the first gameplay after this short break. We'll see you in a while. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for waiting due to some technical difficulties, but never mind about that, because we are already in the game now. As you can see, we are looking into the drafts between Alphette versus Imperius. My name is Abstract, and I will be your commentator for this game. So I believe that the drafts are going on now. As you can see, we've got Carry and Lunox being banned out from Alphette side. And as for Imperius side, we do have Kaya as well as being banned out. So understandably, so Kaya is as Carry being banned out is understandable. Lunox definitely understandable. But Harry is not a hero that we being banned out a lot nowadays. But besides from the point, looking at the other picks here. So Alphette with the first pick coming in onto Grog. Now Grog is a great tank, great spacer, a lot of openings, and of course does have resistance to CC effects. So you can pretty much overextend yourself, and you wouldn't really be afraid of dying. So no one can really much CC you down, and that's pretty much it. And a lot of people really like to play as Grok, or even have in the lineup. On the flip side, for Imperius, we do have Minotaur as well as Angela being picked up. So here's a difficult thing. We can actually expect to see two other heroes that can be picked up from Alphette. They have a choice. Either go for Esmeralda, there is a direct counter Angela as well as Minotaur, or they can go for Diggy. There is a counter to Minotaur himself. Kimi is a nice pickup here. I'm surprised that they didn't go straight for the pick for Kimi. I'm actually liking Alphette at this moment of time. That is going to be a Minster pick for now. So no picks for Esmeralda. No picks for Diggy. They are still on the board. And what Imperius is going to have Guinevere. So understandably, is going to be their fighter. One support and one tank coming in from Team Imperius. So it's a rather balanced lineup at this moment of time. With Harley and Leomord being banned out. Harley is possible to have Harley, but I would perhaps think that the Kimi will be the one, as the mage. And newsflash, or rather information for all the viewers out there. Unfortunately, we have to remake the lobby after this drafting page. But I'll let you guys know again whether these brands and picks are going to be finalized. So in the meantime, we do have all these picks, and everything is settled down already. But we will have to remake the game. But we'll just sit down and really understand the pick. Is the pick going to be final here? Final pick. All right, perfect. So here's the thing. I believe that Minstar is nice. Irithel is not a hero that we see a lot. Selena is going to be a pick as the mage / assassin. So it's normal to see Selena in this pick. But with Kimi and Irithel, it's going to be rather difficult for them to farm efficiently due to the fact that Minstar, Irithel, and Kimi, all of them proper farm. And Selena is going to be the only one that is able to get early game kills. In fact, Selena is the only one that can get early game kills, and all of that. So Selena is out of the equation when it comes to farming in top, mid, as well as bottom lane, and including of the jungle. So that is it. But in the meantime, for the opponent side, Munten, for Imperius side, they have a Granger. They have Kadita, so I actually like Imperius lineup a lot more now. They have a solid tank. They have a good support. They are able to go around roaming for the with Guinevere, and Kadita can go straight in for kills and secure kills, and that is the way that Kadita can farm. In the meantime, Granger take his time, farm up, and eventually Granger will be able to reach there in the later part of the game. Now we are waiting for, I believe, a remake from both teams, and perhaps one side will concede, but we have to wait for some time before they are able to concede. So just wobbling around, and well, it will take some time. So do not worry about that. But in the meantime, let's talk a little bit more about the lineups. So if I'm just going to give everyone a recap. So the picks coming in from Alphette is going to be Grok, Kimi, Minsita, Selena, as well as Irithel. So it's kind of unbalanced to a certain extent. So the game will now be remade, but for this moment of time, and for the sake of the audience, I'm not going to bore you guys with too much analysis for now. I'm just going to push it for a break, and then we will come straight into the game without the drafting phase. So we'll see you then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in, and of course, thank you so much for being patient and waiting out for the FSL circuit. Now, we're finally into the game, and we do have Alphette at the blue side, as well as Imperius that's going to be at the red side. So we'll just go through with the picks once and for all again, and of course to introduce the players. So we have Hello Daphne that's going to be playing onto Grok, Dream that's playing on Minsita that is proxying the lane. So interestingly enough, because they do have a Kimi, so it's really nice to see that. Igloo that's going to be onto Kimi, Maze is going to be onto Selena, as well as Shah that's playing as Irithel. In the meantime, on the other side, from Imperius side, we do have Pink that is going to be on to Minotaur, Tease Me that is playing on to Kufra. So in fact, it's Kufra instead of Angela. So both, well, it's pretty good. I would really love to see a Kufra in this game. So we have that. Bada Bing is going to be on to Kadita. Hishiko is going to be playing on to Granger, as well as Asgre's Miffy on to the Guinevere. So we've got really nice heroes going out for both sides. When it comes to Alphette side, they have amazingly Grok as well as the Kimi. As for Imperius side, we're just gonna hold that thought for a little bit, as we do have Miffy. It does seem like she's gonna be caught in a pinch, as Dreams as well as Igloo just going to poke right on to Miffy, and he will be having quite some trouble here in the bottom lane. Farming just a little bit, he should be slippery enough. She should be slippery enough and should be able to get out from most troubles. And Kimi should not be able to get easy kills, except if, you know, Kimi charges up maximum charge round to Miffy, as she is extremely low. So here we have a pretty much interesting duo coming in from the from Alphette side. So I would always want to see Minsita as well as Kimi together most of the time. Middle lane, in the meantime, we do have Bada Bing as well as Kufra that's going to be laning here in the middle lane. Nice Abyssal Arrow coming in from Selena that will be able to get them their first kill right on Kufra, and there is absolutely nothing that Kadita could even do. Even with Ocean Oddity, go straight in, even Rough Waves, you will be able to deal subsequent amount of damage, but you won't be able to come back alive. Minoan Fury is not available for the taking just yet, as the taker will be able to be stolen by Bada Bing. So really well played coming in from Kadita, as they are able to get the first turtle. And in fact, well, Alphette have wasted most of their time. No EXP, no gold coming in from them. So it's quite a pity, if you ask me. A great pity, but well played coming in from Imperius. It is still pretty early, and the goal lead doesn't really show quite yet. So it doesn't really matter, because there is, after all, 2 marksmen, and that is going to be Kimi at the bottom lane, and for now, Irithel farming at the top lane, taking a little bit of quite some shots coming in from Granger, because we know that Granger is extremely painful. You wouldn't want to come face to face against Granger, because, well, Granger stuff. In the meantime, bottom lane, we do have the Tyrant's Revenge coming in, but it does not connect onto anyone of Team Alphette just yet. So we have to take they have to take their time. It does seem like Miffy is being extremely cautious. They need to defend the bottom lane at all costs. Pink will be joined up here with Miffy. They're not going for some extremely insane rotations. They're not going around for any, you know, early game kills. It does seem like both teams, they would want to go for more farming when it comes to this. Abyssal Arrow just slightly missing as he hits just the skin of Granger, or in fact didn't even hit the skin for that. Abyssal Arrow coming straight out again, but does not land anything at all yet. The thing is, we are going to be taking a look more onto Bada Bing. She is the Kadita of the team. She is the mage of the team. Even, hold on a second, we do have the Violet Requiem that's just coming in from Miffy, and just everything. Rough Waves, round to Dream, but she will be able to get away with just a sliver of health. And Selena joins back into the fray and will be able to bring down Kufra once again. So Kufra went down twice so far, unfortunately for her, but that is going to be a double frag coming in from Team Imperius, as they are able to go for refrag around Selena as well as Irithel, and that is going to be another, or rather the first tower down coming in from Team Imperius. Really good gameplay coming in from Team Imperius, but even though they lose Kufra twice in a row, but it is fine due to the fact that they have quite some objectives. They've got a turtle, they've got one side of the turret, so it's pretty good. But in the meantime, for Team Alphette, they have got the turret at the bottom lane as well. So still rather, pretty much in a stalemate. A double turtle taken down by Team Imperius. So now they do have about 1,000 gold lead, but it doesn't really mean anything at this point of time. 1,000 gold lead doesn't quite mean much. So I would expect that there could still be a lot of turnarounds as well as quick gameplays coming from Team Alphette. TSB and Pink is just going to put themselves right in the middle lane. Top lane is really susceptible to damage very soon. In the meantime, let's take a look a little bit more on the item builds. So not much tier 1 items coming straight in yet, but we do have concentrated energy coming in from Miffy, so she will be a force not to be reckoned with. And here in the bottom lane, she should start to roam around due to the fact that Magical Thump followed by Violet Requiem is definitely a skill to have, a really painful skill to have. Washing Machine coming in from Hello Daphne, just turning around with the power of nature, making sure that the middle lane is safe and sound. Bottom lane turret, top lane turret for red team, for Team Imperius will go down in this moment of time, and that is going to Bloodlust Axe and Athena Shield coming in from Pink and Hishiko respectively. Bottom lane is just going to be left with Igloo. I don't think that this is going to be a good thing coming in soon. TSB waiting for the perfect time to go for Bouncing Ball, but the damage coming in, Tyrant's Revenge to get himself out of all that danger. Middle lane though, so it's going to be a dual lane push coming in from Team Alphette. I believe that I managed to see Blade of Despair, Lightning Truncheon, endless battle coming in. So, well, my oh my, the team is just going to go for all-out battle. Ocean Oddity followed in by the Bouncing Ball. Rough Waves coming in from Kadita, dealing sustainable amount of damage, but to no end to that. Both teams is just going to retreat from this moment of time. They are not going to be complacent. They are not going to go for an all-out push anytime soon. But the turtle is available for the taking. And so far, Imperius has been taking 2 of the turtles, and they are going to surrender 1 turtle to Alphette. Team Alphette is just going to turn things around, and at this moment of time, Team Alphette has got the upper hand. They have the advantage of currently about 2,000 gold, and it does seem like they are going to knock onto second tier defense turret here in the middle lane. In the meantime, bottom lane will go down. A mass recall coming in from Team Imperius now. Ladies and gentlemen, for those people who just came in, this is the semi-finals between Alphette versus Team Imperius. Here we have the Tyrant's Revenge is going to be the opener of the team. We have not yet seen the Minoan's Fury coming in from Pink just yet. So that is going to be the biggest hype moment for Team Imperius. For Alphette's side, it really is all about landing the Abyssal Arrow. Igloo roaming around, kiting around the enemies and taking quick kills, fast kills. The CC coming in from Team Imperius is going to be scary. The spatial migration coming from Miffy is going to be real bad, as we do have Irithel coming straight in, and Minoan Fury today, I'm not too sure, but the Ultimate coming in straight from Minister. We do have the Breath of the Ocean, not going to land at anyone else, but here we have the Ultimate coming in from Granger, deals damage, a lot of damage, and leaving Igloo with a sliver of health, but will be able to recall herself back into the base. No kills just yet. 3-3 with 3,000 gold advantage for Team Alphette. So Team Alphette in a really good spot. They have to play this slow. They have to make sure that both of their farmers, that both their marksmen is well farmed up. And in fact, speaking of farmed, they do have Scarlet Phantom that is already picked up onto Irithel. For Kimi, does have Blade of Despair with the Wizard Boots, so that's interesting. She does have 3 assists though, so she pretty much made full use of the Wizard Boots for now. But in the close end of the fight, she will want to sell away the Wizard Boots for something, more defensive, something that will be able to help her even more, unless she want to go all out offensive. We do have Shah leaping into their action, does have her ultimate popped, and just wanting to get the damage in drips and drabs right onto Miffy. But it's just all a misconception, and it is all just a redirection from onto bottom lane. They just pushed down bottom lane and went in for the push finally in the middle lane. The endurance picks up coming in from Hello Daphne, the tank of their team. Hello Daphne is going to be the heart of Team Alphette. They have to make sure that Hello definitely goes in for the right time, and that is only the time whereby the Abyssal Arrow could land. That is where Irithel can jump in, and of course, Igloo, for Kimi to do Kimi stuff. And here we have, the teams are slowly leaping away. Team Imperius, they does seem to lose the map control. They have to find the right time. Granger can be able to burst down Kimi though. So here's the funny thing. Granger is a counter when it comes to Kimi. He can burst down Kimi before Kimi even go for the damage in drips and drabs. So here we have. We're just gonna wait for the eventual matchup from these two. But while we were talking, or rather while I was talking, the Lord was actually taken down by Imperius side. There is completely loss of map control right now. And sorry, Alphette is the one that actually got the Lord. So Alphette is gonna wait for their turn. Is going to wait for the Lord to push in. Top lane is going to be the most important point. They need to bring down the turret at the top lane so that they can go for a trifecta push. In fact, Selena would be a great candidate to go down to the bottom lane, push up a little bit, and of course, Irithel should be the one that goes up to the top lane and bring down the turret. Or in fact, even Kimi, because they need one marksman in the middle lane. And the Abyssal Arrow launches out, not going to land, but this is, after all, the level 1 Lord. Not going to do quite much, but a really nice Abyssal Arrow is just going to be landed right onto Granger. Just going to leave him completely unavailable. The Minoan's Fury coming in from Pink, just going to leave everyone CC'd up into the sky, but it does not matter as Kufra as well as our Guinevere goes down. Pink low in HP, completely out of enrage mode, and there is nothing that Team Imperius could do. The core is going down, and just like that, the core goes down, and the first win of this best of 3 series between Alphette versus Imperius will go to Team Alphette. So congratulations to Team Alphette for picking up the first point. Here's the thing, I did not expect the Alphette will be the one to actually take the first point due to the fact that they have a double marksman. Double marksman is going to be, you know what, pretty difficult when it comes to coordinating their farms, or else they will pretty much, they are worked up with separating the EXP, separating themselves with the gold, and well, it's really hard to mix up the gold. Selena definitely did a great job at the last part of the match, last part of the scrim, or rather the clash, because of the Abyssal Arrow was able to stop Granger on his foot, and everyone just went in, killed down Kufra, killed down Guinevere, and that is going to be their main thing. So getting them down being the main thing, killing down the main point of Team Imperius, that is where everyone just crumbles down and they are unable to do anything. Granger was stunned throughout the entire time, and his HP went down all the way down low, and there is absolutely nothing that he could do. Minotaur went in for the Minoan's Fury already, got everyone CC'd, but that was already too late. So, well, Imperius, unfortunately for them, despite their good draft, they were not able to play it out. They were not able to, capitalize on their map control. They are not able to go in with their proper lineup, with team communications or even team compositions. They have to be a lot more aggressive. If they are aggressive, they should be able to get really good trade-offs. And even though they die, they should be able to get really good trade-offs that will work out for them. In the meantime, we're going to go in for a really short break as we prepare for the lobby for game number 2 of this best of 3 semi-finals series. So ladies and gentlemen, stay in here, we'll be right back. The Singapore and Malaysia side. So do note that we have went through with game number 1 for the semi-finals already, and we are looking into game number 2, and the drafting phase will now begin. Now, before I will go through all of the drafts, I would like to bring a huge thanks and literally just a huge thanks to all our sponsors, streaming helps as well, and that is going to be Dreamcore, Super Solid, Creative, as well as Overdrive. As for the streaming, we are streamed on to Facebook, but most importantly, it's going to be on Yahoo TV as well as Streamcraft. And of course, we are endorsed and supported by eProject of Moonton. Now, we are looking into game number 2 of Imperius versus Alphette. Imperius is on the blue side and Alphette is on the red side. Wait. Yeah, okay, whatever it is. But anyways, so we do have Alphette that is going to go in for the first ban, and that is going to be Kaja. Kaya is going to be the first ban coming in from Team Alphette, so it's rather understandable, nothing out of the ordinary just yet. And we do have a Selena that's going to be banned out as well. From Team Imperius side, they have chose to ban out the Grok. Kimi is still available on the board, and that is scary. Lunox is available on the board as well, that is equally as scary. So it does seem like both teams, they do not see the need to actually go out for the ban onto Kimi. Harif is going to be the first snap pickup coming in from Team Alphette. And as for mage users from Team Alphette, it's going to be Bada Bing, and I believe that Bada Bing is going to be the Harif player of the team. And here we have a counter pick of Minotaur and Kufra coming in from Team Alphette side. Alphette side, yes, Alphette is going to be on the red side, and Imperius is going to be on the blue side. So a little bit of confusion right there, so do not worry, we do have the stream names, or rather the team names down there, so it will be able to help you guys a lot more. So with Harif being picked up, what they can do is, now that Lunox is actually banned out, they can think of one hero that can actually do supporting, and Johnson, amazingly, can be a thing as well. We're also not forgetting Arkai. We can also take a look at Cho. Cho is great when it comes to helping Harif, because Harif literally cannot be CC'd. You shouldn't see, or rather, Harif should not be CC'd, because, well, as a Harif player, you'll want to zoom back and forth with Chrono Dash as much as possible to deal down all damage, followed by the Synchro Fusion. As Carry and Leomont pick up. So that is nice. They are missing out with tanks and support coming in from Team Imperius side. As for Team Alphette, they're looking pretty great as well. So none of these pickups are weird or out of the ordinary, or, you know, just unorthodox just yet. Kufra, Minotaur, and Kimi pickup is really, really nice coming from Team Alphette. As for the bans, we do have Johnson being banned out. Exactly what I was saying. Johnson is great, actually. Johnson is a really nice hero to have, and especially it can bring down communication barriers, or rather it can literally tear down the communication walls. If your team is still pretty new and you are not very confident when it comes to communication, Johnson is there to break that wall. Literally, with the car, break into the wall. As for Kadita, is a great hero after all. Great mobility when it comes to Ocean Oddity. You do have rough waves to deal great damage, and not to forget, CC's coming up, and with the Breath of the Ocean, is literally an all-in-one package coming in onto Kadita, and you could not get any more from that. All-in-one. What can you expect more? Lolita, as well as a Diggy pickup. So a Diggy is nice because it's going to be a counter for Kufra, as well as Guinevere, and even for Minotaur. So the Diggy is going to have a big role to play. It's going to be extremely important. So it does seem Alphette is going to go for that double marksman again. They're going for the double marksman. So interesting. They managed to make it work in the first game, and I would like to see Imperius make it work for themselves for this game, so that we can extend this to game number 3 and make things even more interesting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is going to be the FSL circuit for Mobile Legends between Singapore as well as Malaysia. We have the two teams here. Is going to be Team Alphette as well as Team Imperius, with Imperius on the blue side and Alphette on the red side. On with the introductions. Miffy is going to be playing onto Leomont, Bada Bing onto Harif, called it. Tease Me is going to be on the Lolita, Pink playing as Diggy, Hishiko on to Carry, as well as, I think I've pretty much said everyone else already. So anyways, moving on to the other side, we do have Hello Daphne that's going to be playing on to Kufra, Dream on to Minotaur, Igloo that is going to be piloting as a pinball player, Kimi. We do have Maze on to Guinevere, Annoying, and I love Guinevere, by the way, maining Guinevere, and Shah on to Irithel, once again with the double lineup of the marksmen. So it's really up to Imperius to make the stand, to be extremely aggressive, and it does seem like they might want to go for that, because we do have Diggy with the auto alarm bomb setting up in the middle lane, but it does seem like there's going to be a counter jungler coming from Igloo as well as Dream. Tease Me is just wanting to get away at this moment of time. There is going to be 4 people that is going to be invading the opponent's jungle, but amazingly Imperius is not going to contest that, as they are going to go for a counter jungle. Bada bing, Pink and Tease Me. There's going to be an opponent's side, and this very well may be a nightmare or a really great thing, as we do have the Tyrant's Revenge and followed by the Magical Thumb right onto Bada Bing. HP is extremely low, but it seems like they will be able to get away with no deaths at all. Not much of a follow-up coming in from Team Alphette for now. I would like to see eventually how Imperius will want to play this out. We do have Miffy channeling up momentum just to try to get that River Crab away for himself. But it does seem like Igloo will be the one to take that crown away. In the meantime, bottom lane, Hello definitely low in health. That's like Hishiko and Pig. Come on, go for that. It does seem like the pinwheel is not going to land. Not even the rain of arrows, unfortunately for them. So all of the boots seems to be being picked up from Sha, Igloo, and the rest of the team. But Lolita playing aggressively, and I like to see that. I would like to see a lot more of this aggression coming in from Team Imperius side. So, you know, work that out. Kill all of their marksmen, because the marksmen eventually they have to be alone. Starve them of farm. Make sure that they have no map control at all. So the turtle is not going to be contested coming in for Team Alphette. It does seem like the turtle will be taken down by Guinevere. So it's kind of odd that, you know, Imperius is going in for their normal laning phase with 1-2-2. They're not congregating together, they're not moving around much. And here we have Miffy will be able to summon out Barbil, and he's just trying to defend the turret as much as possible. It has yet to hit that 3-minute mark, so the turret is going to take some time to go down. The charge, the assault coming in, and so will the amazing Tyrant's Fury, followed by also the Zaman Force. Bada Bing goes in for Zaman Force and will be able to bring down the Synchro Fusion, dealing down great damage. But here we have the Violent Requiem coming in from the Guinevere. Maze did an extremely great job, as he was able to get the CC down onto 2 heroes, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be 2,000 gold lead coming in from Team Alphette. So great lead, great incoming fights, and it does seem like I made a small little mistake, as it seems like Kimi is not taking on the marksman role. If you see, Kimi has been roaming around a lot. In fact, Kimi is not playing as the marksman. He's playing a little bit more of that mage role. So they are not focusing a lot on the farm. It says true for the previous game as well. So Kimi goes around, moves around a lot, trying to go for ganks, and that is how Alphette, not Alphette. Well, for Team Alphette, they just want to go for the farm. They want to go for the kills for Kimi. So move around a lot, gank around a lot. They're not going to pit Kimi into a single lane. And here we have Team Imperius coming in real soon, waiting for the perfect time. We got the momentum. This is going to be charged up. Tease Me as well as Bada Bing. Put them together in the top lane to try to defend as much as possible. And not to forget, the turtle will now be up. Slowly making things right. We do have Hello definitely making things. He's just trying to create more space. More space is required. We do have 4 men in right on the turtle. In the meantime, Irithel just taking her time. Farm. Turtle has been slain down by Guinevere now as well. And Miffy just really roaming around, looking around, and this is looking real bad. Bada Bing as well as Tease Me, they have to go around more. We do have Magical Thumb, and actually eating down onto the Violent Requiem. Just going to bring down the Zaman Force. Not going to help. Wasn't able to bring down the Synchro Fusion, or rather the dash right on time. And here we have definitely going down. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, or rather a 2-for-2 trade-off, with 2:5 in advantage for Team Alphette. So Alphette, great farm ahead. Really great farm ahead. So now this is something that I did not expect. I know that Kimi can go for mage builds whatsoever, but the thing is she really going for mage build? It doesn't seem so. She went for Blade of Despair. She is going for the marksman build, but the way she's playing, the role that she's playing, really makes it out as the mage. She might not have great farm, but take a look at this. Kimi, 4,000 gold. In fact, the roaming around actually worked out for Kimi. 2 kills, 1 assist. Does have the wizard boots. That should have been a great amount of, a hint for me, because Kimi goes around and roam around, doesn't stay at one lane to farm, goes around because, well, kiting. The kiting from Kimi just does a great deal. So what is possible coming in from team Imperius? They really need to be on their heels, on their feet. They have to move around fast. Bada Bing is going to be the main counter against Kimi, because he is extremely slippery. It's really difficult for Kimi to land all those shots if Harif brings down the Zaman Force, zooms back and forth, literally being slippery with the chrono dashes here and there. It does seem like the same is going to be shown, as we do have Alphette pushing straight in. They have the map control at this moment of time. Tease Me with the barrier will be able to soak in quite some damage, but it does seem like Alphette will have the better part of that deal, with Harif taking up the another kill right onto Minotaur, but nothing much of value is lost. They have to focus down onto Kimi, because Kimi is the one that have the highest farm. That is going to be the most important part of this game. And it does seem like 3-6 with a total about 5,000 gold lead for Team Imperius. Team Alphette is going to make a huge lead. They can be aggressive, but it does seem like they do not want to be extremely complacent as well. So here we have still Kimi farming around, kiting around, and it is a fight between these two marksmen. Who takes the farm? Who takes the lanes? So this is the breakdown of these two heroes. So it's really difficult. Leomon taking in the middle lane. So let's take a look at the farm and the items here. We do have Harif picking up the jungle tank item, so we just give him a little bit more sustainability. In the meantime, great deal coming in from Guinevere, goes in, single out Leomon. There was absolutely no way that Leomon could do anything at all. Magical Thumb CC'd, followed by the Violet Requiem CC'd even more. So now the bottom lane turret will go down. Zaman Force will be summoned. The key is now opened, and now it would lead with Alphette being part of that deal, but it doesn't seem like there is going to be any follow-ups. The Zaman Force was dropped down. Bada Bing will have her ultimate down for the meantime, with Bouncing Ball coming into the fray with the Magical Thumb, but no Violet Requiem in the meantime. Lolita is soaking in all the damage. Barbell will be summoned out. Leomon is in here right now. Lolita will go down as the burst damage coming from Irita is going to be a force not to be reckoned with. And we do have the Time Journey coming in from Diggy. He's not able to do quite much, but Bada Bing will go down due to the Irithel's damage coming in straight high, and the Minotaur's Fury knocking everyone up, and they're going in straight for the core. The damage has been dealt. They was able to get the kill onto Minotaur, but it doesn't really matter as the core goes down, and the win will go to Team Alphette in this semi-final best of 3 series. So congratulations once again to Team Alphette, as they are able to win with a 0-2 for this series, and they will be bumped up to the grand final for the best of 5 match. In the meantime, do not worry, as Team Imperius can still have a fight to go, as they are going for the bronze match to fight for that third placing. For those people who are not aware yet, the third placing will bring home $100, followed by a couple of diamonds. So the bronze match is absolutely necessary as well. So, well, Kimi, definitely the MVP for the game. You have seen that. A lot of roaming around. She did manage to pick up the Blade of Despair. So Blade of Despair gave her a lot more auto attack damage and a lot of kiting potential. So really, Kimi moves around, kites around. There is literally nothing that the opponent side could do, unless the opponent side goes for CC. But think about it. What kind of CC does Team Imperial have? Not much. Zaman Force is the only kind of slows that they have. And pretty much that is all. There's all kinds of CCs that they have. They have counter CCs when it comes from Diggy. So they are not able to catch and capture this Kimi, and that is what brought Kimi going all the way, just spiraling out of control. And as for Irithel, because Team Alphette, they literally made so much space, they pushed top, middle, bottom so well, they let Irithel have the farm. So with the Scarlet Phantom, she, in the early part of the game, she already got the better part. So we're going to go for the next game for the semi-finals of the best of 3 series. It's going to be Exorcism versus Rogue. And that is going to be the next best of 3 of that semi-finals. The winner will then go up to the grand finals to fight against Team Alphette. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll stay here for the next game, and we'll be back right after this short break. We'll see you then.